Namaste, everyone. This is Heather with Her Wellbeing, Ayurveda, and Yoga. Welcome. In today's video, I'll be leading you through a full moon practice for Libra, represented by the scales. This is an ever-changing, very dynamic air sign that is ruled, interestingly, in Ayurvedic astrology by planet Venus. Venus, a bright planet, is governed by the Earthy Kapha dosha. So when we're thinking of balancing Libra, we're addressing both Vata and Kapha doshas. Vata is the airy dosha or element and or energy, and Kapha is that earthy element, both present in the Libra zodiac sign. So that may sound familiar to you. Libras are interested in um, justice, equality, but they can also tip the scales, right? They're interested in partnerships. Venus, as you may know, is the planet of love and beauty. And so I also want this to be a heart-centered practice for you. So for a full moon practice, we can have some fun. We can find ways to fully express ourselves. Um, so we'll explore some balancing postures, of course, but we'll also stay very grounded as well to stay connected with the earth moment. Join me now on the mat and we'll get started. So start out in a comfortable child's pose. We'll start with opening the chest and the heart right away with a supported child's pose, taking the blocks as wide as the mat and bringing the arms over the blocks, letting the chest drop down to the ground, softening through the shoulder girdle and taking a few gentle belly breaths here to begin. On the inhale, feeling the belly expand, maybe bringing that all the way up into the ribs and chest, filling yourself up, and then a long, long exhalation. A couple more rounds like that. Inhale into the belly, ribs, and the chest. Long, controlled, slow exhale. Once more. Belly, ribs, and chest. Maybe a gentle hold at the top. Let that breath turn around and then long, slow exhale. On your next inhale, come forward. Like to use the blocks under the hands, under the shoulders here as we drop the hips, roll the shoulders back, and lift the heart, gazing up. And then exhale back to child's pose. At times like that, just to warm up the spine. Inhale as you come forward into a soft upward dog, and then exhale back to child's. Last time, we'll hang out here if it's comfortable. This is where those blocks come in handy. And gaze over one shoulder and on the other. And let the hips sway from side to side. Do that once more. And then release back, coming all the way up to downward facing dog. Take the hands to the mat, fingers spread wide, tuck the toes, lift up, bring the hips up, press both hands firmly down, reach through the arms. Extend through the whole torso and spine. It's fine to soften the knees here first to get a full length of the spine here, maybe paddling the feet Pressing one heel down and then the other. We'll bring the feet together for a first balancing pose here, staying grounded to the mat as we raise the right leg first into three-legged dog, reaching back behind you. Option to bend the knee and stack the hips here. Forgot to mention that I'm practicing right against the wall. This is another great way to stay stable throughout your practice, to have the support of the wall right here. And then whenever you're ready, switching to the other leg, the left leg raises high. Option to bend the knee, point the knee up, stack the hips. Full breaths here, and then releasing all the way down to the ground. Child's pose. Scooting forward, coming into puppy pose just for a moment. Stretch out the shoulders and then glide back. And up we go again, downward facing dog. Stretch it out. Step the right foot forward to the right hand, inside or outside of the hand, using fists here or blocks under the shoulders. Taking that back knee down, reaching up. Exhale, lowering down. Good. Straighten out the back leg. Rock back, step. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. This time, exhale, step back with the right foot. High lunge on the other side. Strong legs here. Bring the knee down. Reach with the arms. Exhale, let the hips sink forward. Good. Taking the hands down. Stretching out the legs. Rock back. Rock forward. Step forward. Forward fold. Bending the knees here as much as you'd like. We'll get started with our first balancing pose here. Bringing the right foot up first. I'm going to scoot over so that my left shoulder's against the wall for warrior three. From warrior three, take more weight into the left hand as the right arm reaches high to the sky. Again, I'm leaning against the wall here. Option to take that arm overhead and reach. Beautiful. Nice. Lean back. Good. Accept that support from the wall and then turn the hips down. Take the foot down, forward fold. Other leg. Left leg. Actually, I'm going to switch sides here. Left leg raises. Warrior three. I love the blocks here. Right under the shoulders for support. And then taking more weight into the right hand, the left arm reaches high, ooh, leaning back into the wall. Maybe you want to look up, maybe looking down. Nice, taking the arm overhead. And stretch it out. Nice. And then turn the hips back down. Set the foot down, forward fold. Feel free to stretch it out here in downward facing dog. Maybe it feels good to come all the way down to child's pose. Full breath in and out. As always, we return to the earth. And then make your way up once again, downward facing dog. Stretch it out. Step forward with one foot and then the other. Forward fold. Bend the knees, hang the head. We shake out the head a little bit. Roll the shoulders back. Come up halfway flat back. Hands to the hips, lead with the chest. Inhale to rise. Take the arms behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lift up through the chest as you draw the arms together. And then release and shake out the arms. Okay, excellent. We're going to move to tree pose. So again, we have the wall right here. I can stand against the wall as I build my tree pose. Start with the right foot. Reach down, grab hold. Press the right foot into the left inner thigh. Good. And then you can come into balancing here with hands at the heart or take the arms overhead. Nice. Slowly gliding the leg down, other side, taking the left foot to the right thigh. Again, leaning back, bring into balancing and tree pose. Nice if you want, add some arms here. Beautiful. And eventually bring the hands down. Good. Now we're going to try that again, this time with a shoulder to the wall. We're going to go from tree pose into dancer pose. So I'm standing next to the wall here, building tree pose slowly with the right leg. There's going to have to be some space between you and the wall. Make sure you have a little bit of room to move forward here. We'll lean forward into dancer pose usually. So building your tree pose first, bring the knee forward and then grab hold of that foot, the right foot, and let the knee drop. Grab onto the wall here overhead. So you can stay here. This might feel really good. Or you can start to lean forward and press the foot into the hand as you lean forward. Always take the hand arm away from the wall. Luckily, it's right there. If you want to touch down for support. All right. Relax the shoulders. Maybe leaning forward a little bit more. And then when you're ready to come out, slowly drop the foot, come back to Tadasana. Take a moment to observe. Notice the effects of tree and dancer pose. Every pose has its energetic signature. Again, starting with tree pose first, this time with the left leg. You can bring the knee straight up this way, and then bring the knee out to the side. The foot comes to the inner thigh. Reaching up, grab hold of the wall. Drop the knee, grab hold of that back foot. I like to bend my knee here. And then find a comfortable standing pose here with knee drop, just holding onto the foot. This can feel really good just to stretch out the front of the hip and thigh. If you want to come a little bit further into the pose, leaning forward and pressing the foot into the hand. And at any time here, you can take the arm away from the wall. Just notice what it's like, this dynamic process of balancing. It's okay to be a little wobbly and even fall out of the pose. That happens, right? So what do? We build our pose again, starting with tree, and then dropping the knee and picking up the foot. In your own way, back into a shape that feels good for you. Then slowly let go. Bring the hands to the heart and Tadasana, mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Stretch out the backs of the legs, and the knees as much as you like. Come halfway up. I'll face toward you here. Take a couple of breaths here. Maybe you want to grab opposite elbows and just hang out. You can step back for wide legs, facing the long side of your mat for forward fold here. Letting the head and the torso hang. And then bring the feet closer together. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Bring the toes together. Let the heels be separate. Drop the hips down as you squat down. This is a great place for blocks. Come into toe balance pose. I like to use blocks on either side. Notice my ankles falling away from each other. Try to squeeze them in. That's great for strengthening the ankle joints. Drop the knees, drop the tail. Lots of balancing going on here. You can take the hands to the thighs, hands to the heart. It's okay. It's all right to wobble and fall out. That's part of the process. Taking the hands down. Let's come down onto our seat. Sit back. You can keep the blocks for next balancing pose, boat pose. We'll take the legs out front, bend the knees, grab hold under the thighs. Take the toes down, lean back, roll the shoulders back, and then very slowly begin to lift the feet, pointing them straight forward. Option to stay here. Option to take the arms forward and press the arms into the legs and the legs out into the arms. Try to keep the chest lifted. Breathe. Option to grab hold of the feet here and lift the feet high as they want to go. My knees are super bent, so it might feel better to deeply bend the knees. You can straighten out the legs here. Great. It's necessary. And also take the legs wide. I'm right next to a wall, of course, so that's supporting me. And then bringing the feet back together and down. And scoot forward a little bit on your mat. And we'll do a couple of spinal rolls. Bringing the toes down, rounding the back as you move these forward. Roll back, just as far as the shoulders. You don't want to roll onto your knee necessarily. That might not feel as good. Just rolling out the spine. Good. And then from here, taking a forward fold to help us release the low back. You can take the knees wide here. Walk the heels away from you. Grab a block here. Place it on the feet, or you might even like a bolster right on my feet, leaning forward, taking a few breaths here to start to unwind. Deep belly breaths. One or two more breaths here. Maybe breathing up into the ribs and chest. Filling yourself up and taking long, long, slow exhalations, just as we did before. Slowly rise, press yourself up. All right. So now we're going to give our spines and low back a little bit of love. Libra does rule this low back lumbar area. So now we've done all these fun balancing poses. We can give our back a little love. Roll back. Bring the knees, the chest. Hug the knees in. Maybe you'd like to rock a little side to side. I like to take knees together and circle them around to massage the sacral part of the spine. That's below the lumbar region. Just to loosen up any stuck energy there. Last pose, coming into bridge pose here, I like to use a block to support the hips. This against the sacrum, just below the lumbar spine. Hang out here for a few breaths. You can let the feet and the knees be wide. If you want, I take my block down a notch here if I want to take the legs up and even lean them towards me for an upside down forward fold. That's a great stretch for the lumbar spine. Maybe reaching arms overhead, taking a few unwinding breaths here. And slowly release the legs, the feet down to the mat. Come back to supported bridge. Stay here for a breath or two. Lift the hips up and away. Bring the hips back down. Bring the knees wide. The feet together. And then from here, you can move into happy baby or half happy baby. Whatever feels right here, just to give your back a little love. And think of the back as that supporting column of the scales. So as Libra finds balance, there can be a lot of movement in that part of the body. So always give the back, especially the low back, lots of love, even in a full moon practice. Slowly roll. I like to sit on a block or even better, sit on the cushion. Find a comfortable seat. Use the blanket if you have one handy. Right under the knees, you can use blocks here as well. As we spend just a few moments in reflective mode, checking in with body and with breath. Allowing the breath to flow naturally, to flow free, and let the thoughts and emotions flow free as well. In meditation, there's no need to stifle thoughts or feelings. You can witness them, watch them, observe. The idea is to try not to get too attached, to notice thoughts, to notice feelings, find that balance between being an observer and letting things just flow as they are right now in this moment. No need to change your thoughts or change your feelings, accepting them as they are. Thanks for joining me in this Libra full moon practice. This is Heather with Her Wellbeing, Ayurveda, and Yoga. Namaste.